Just tell me what you want to hear, since I'm feeling out with fear. Can't believe you're near, so let's stay right here. You're really making me see all of the good we can be here in your arms, counting all the stars. Oh, 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 when will you have time to keep me in your life? So, oh, oh, our past is forgotten, our stories rewritten. See you smile, make it last for a while. Showing you my world and my heart. Just tell me what you want to hear, since I'm feeling out with fear. Can't believe you're near, so let's stay right here. You're really making me see all of the good we can be here in your arms, counting all the stars. Oh, 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 when will you have time to keep me in your life? So, oh, oh, our past is forgotten, our stories rewritten. To survive and yet we prosper in this deserted youth. The monsters, nothing takes our hearts in the land that we lost here. We can conquer what we've come here to take over. We will rise like the fire, fight till this is over. I was checking out pictures of us and never realized what I have lost. Now I know it and it is so insane how I treated this like a game. You were my help when no one else were there to share affection. So let's try again, I'll go anywhere, just send me your location to bring back when we were more than happy, jokes and laughing, trust and loving, yeah. And we were storm and fire, both one body, more than happy, yeah.
I called you tonight. I've been thinking this for too long. Send a message, you don't reply. I'll keep looking for you, even if it's wrong. I'm sitting all alone in my room. You're stuck so hard in my head. I don't care if there's no chance. I need to find you. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know if I'm still in your heart. I called you tonight. I've been thinking this for too long. Send a message, you don't reply. I'll keep looking for you, even if it's wrong. Sitting all alone in my room. You're stuck so hard in my head. I don't care if there's no chance. I need to find you. I need to know.
Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to another Valhalla Camp Hill live stream. Tonight, just like our normal schedule, we have Valorant. We are going to be watching Smite tonight, as Nitro unfortunately has a 4v5, but don't worry, if you're a fan of Nitro, we'll be streaming them next week, so definitely tune back in for that. But let's talk a little bit about this match tonight. So, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have kind of the other rivalry right there. Southeast Las Vegas, or as we call them around here, say Las Vegas. This is going to be a tough match. It's going to be a good match. Obviously, all of us are hoping that Smite can take over, and we see a little bit of a different Smite from last week. We saw last week Smite kind of struggled. They came out really hot, especially early on in the beginning of that game, and then towards the end, once they started to actually get on their stronger side and everything, it kind of started to fall apart, and they really let the game out of their control. So we're hoping to see a little bit of a different Smite tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And I just want to preface that I will have to apologize. There might be a point where I have to look at the monitor just to change the servers to make the match balanced and everything. But we are still completely waiting for the other team to get into the lobby. So as soon as they do, obviously we will have the updates in regards to the match. But this is a roster all you guys know, all you guys are familiar with, but let's run it down just in case anyone's new here. We have IGL Thunder, aka Evan. We have Animal Team, aka Evie. We have Cerebral Ray, aka Lynn. We have Penguin, aka Eric. And last but most certainly not least, we have Four Slot Toaster, aka Atlee. And one thing that I have to mention is the absolute grind that Atlee has been on. We saw Atlee take so much control of the game last week. Even with that loss, he performed so well. Atlee at this point is such an X factor for this team that if he can get going, if he can get warm early on, he can take over these lobbies. He is someone that is not afraid to play to his strengths, to use and play with his teammates. And Atlee feels good in these kinds of scenarios, these kinds of games where maybe they're a little bit of the underdog, they don't really know too much about the team, but they want to come in and set an early tone for themselves. Now, of course, with that being said, We need to see their IGL, Evan, aka Thunder. He needs to step up a little bit more tonight. We saw some problems with communication last week, which caused to the loss of that eventual game. Now, luckily, it was just preseason, so it didn't matter too much, but for this team to be successful in this division, Evan is going to have to do a great job at making sure this communication is crystal clear and everyone is on the same page. And last week, it was not that. So we're hoping that these guys have been working on it, tweaking it a little bit, and that Evan in-game will hopefully be able to take over with that. Now, of course, that does not mean that no one else will play a role in that communication. Another big communicator is Evie. She's going to have to do her part as well. She's going to have to make sure that her team knows that she's going to need some help sometimes with where to smoke, how they want her to smoke. Also, something we saw about last week in those post-match interviews was the communications issues specifically with Evie and those smokes, and that's something that unfortunately they just can't be happening, right? We need to all be on the same page, and again, we saw last week we were not on the same page. Cerebral Ray, aka Lynn, Lynn, all of us know Lynn, the clutch queen herself, that's what we call her around these parts. She's going to do what she needs to do. She's going to hold down these sites, be a solid pick for this team. And of course, if she's any clutch scenarios, my money's on her. I'm rooting for Lynn. And finally, Eric. Eric's still trying to find his footing in this team, still trying to find his way. A newer addition to this team. Obviously, you guys have seen him a couple times now, but someone that's still pretty uncomfortable with this team, still trying to find his place. He is doing that slowly, more and more, but he still needs to find his role, still needs to prove what he can offer to this team, and still needs to kind of be a little bit of that X factor as he is a new player on this roster. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we do not have anyone in the lobby yet from the other team, so you will have to apologize with us a little bit for the wait. Actually, let me check here for a quick update. It looks like there's some issues with the party code, but hopefully getting that solved. So should be joining any minute now, and it looks like those issues were just resolved. So as soon as the Say Las Vegas team gets in the lobby, then of course we will make sure that the server is balanced, and we'll have a game for you. Hoping for another close game. Of course, maybe I'm a little biased as the caster. I love casting close matches. I love seeing both teams be able to pop off, be able to swing momentum in their favor, in their direction. But Smite is a team that honestly recently has been much more attack favored, typically more of a defensive favored team. They definitely have been putting in the work to kind of balance out their play style to make that a little bit more of an attack, a threat for them. So it'll be really interesting to see how they balance this now defending first map, that being bind. So with defending first, they want to take a solid couple rounds, right? They want to take as many rounds as they can on defense. So that way, if they do have to switch to attackers, when they have to switch to attackers, they don't need a lot of rounds. They can come in and just clean up the rest of their job. And should be starting any minute now, ladies and gentlemen. Again, you'll have to bear with us as it is week one. It's week one of the season. We're officially back. I know you guys probably know that from tuning into some of the other streams, but everyone's still kind of getting back into the feng shui of things. Everyone's still getting back into the rhythm and all that stuff. So excuse us a little bit, but we are slowly but surely trying to get these issues resolved for you guys to make sure that they can get in the lobby. Give me 1 second here. Just going to pull up party code. Yeah, it's still up, so again, just waiting for them to join at this point. I don't know what the comp is for the Smite team. Obviously, we'll see it once we switch over to the game, but I know that they're ready. I know that they're locked in. This is a team that luckily Coach Ben has trained this team enough that he doesn't really need to be a part of their comp building and their selection process and all that. He has enough trust, not only in their IGL, but in all of them to kind of take over and to know what agents they want to play, know what agents are good on these maps. So it'll be really interesting to see, of course, once we lock in. One thing that I hope that we do not see this week that we saw last week was Evan on the Neon pick. So it's a little bit of a bold pick, especially from their IGL. And even that post-game interview, we asked him about it, and I didn't get a lot of confidence, and I think that's scary. I'm not saying that he played the character bad. I do not think that he played Neon bad, but I think the Neon was an off pick for him, a little bit of an uncomfortable pick, and he tried to force a play style that should not have been forced. And potentially some of the downfall of the team last week on top of the communication and other issues. So, yes, just got an update that we are adding, so they should be joining the lobby any minute now. Again, thank you guys for bearing with us. I know this week has been a very bumpy ride, but again, it is week 1, so everybody is still trying to get back into the swing of things. And as soon as I start to see them in the lobby and I get the okay from Coach Ben, then we will be good to go here. Talking about Coach Ben, I know he's actually been prepping quite a lot. He's been training this team, both teams actually, quite a bit. So it'll be really interesting. A lot of these guys hitting new peaks. Players on Valorant, players on Smite and on Nitro. A lot of them hitting new peaks in rank. A lot of them starting to play the game more, feeling good about playing the game, having fun playing the game, which of course is always important. So it'll be really interesting to see how, as we continue into this spring season, which we all know is a little bit of a longer, grindy season, how not only these teams set the tone early on in an important week like week 1, but also how these teams will continue to play when we get into the later weeks, like week 6, week 7, and potentially even playoffs, assuming that one or both of these teams make it to their playoffs. Alrighty, we finally have some people joining the lobby, ladies and gentlemen, so just give me 1 second here. And it looks like that's probably going to be the most balanced ping. So as soon as I get the okay from Coach Ben, it looks like everyone should be joining here momentarily. And then we will have a Valorant match for you guys. And new little feature, I will say. Some of you guys might watch our Fortnite matches. We could potentially tune into their comms. I don't know if we're going to do it or not, but it will be something that we will absolutely play around with. So actually, that's much higher ping. So excuse us, ladies and gentlemen, as we are just finally filtering everybody in and getting this sorted out. So you'll kind of see me looking down a little bit. I promise it's not that I don't want to look at you and have you guys look at me directly in the face, but I have to figure this out as I am the lobby host. So as everybody joins here, it might have to be Texas. I am not sure what ping that they're going to want. I'm waiting to get confirmation here from Coach Ben. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Just trying to get this figured out. Just waiting for a confirmation from Coach Ben. We have 4 out of 5 in the lobby, just waiting for one last player to join. And it looks like we have someone who should not be in the lobby that is in the lobby. I don't know if I'm able to. I can kick that person if he's not supposed to be in the lobby, but I am waiting to hear an official word. So, don't want to do anything without knowing. Okay, still getting some of those updates. Again, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. But just about everyone getting in here. Again, we're still waiting for one more player to join, potentially two, depending on if we have to get rid of one of these players. But I do not know if the Nitro match has started. I cannot confirm nor deny. So for those of you that are looking for updates on that, actually I believe it has. Hey, Mr. Producer, can you give me an update on the Nitro score? Because we are continuously waiting for this Smite game to start. See how Nitro is doing with a quick update on their score for you guys. Yes, just waiting. Still waiting for a bunch of confirmations on where the last player is, if we need to kick this guy. And it looks like Nitro is currently tied 2-2, and they just left a timeout. I'm not sure who called the timeout, if it was Nitro themselves or the other team. I assume it was probably the other team, as Coach Ben is currently helping Smite in figuring out their lobby. But we are starting to get to the point behind where it's starting to become a little concerning. Again, I apologize for all these delays, but we are officially 15 minutes behind schedule time. So we might see, honestly, we might see an FF here. I hate to say it, because obviously we don't want that. Then we would turn over into Nitro stream. But if we're not getting added back or anything, we're still waiting for this, then there's not much we can do. Still waiting for any official confirmations. Just waiting. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I cannot say that enough, that I apologize. But at this point, I think you guys know how it is. I think you guys are pretty aware that even if we wanted to start on time, unfortunately we can't right now. So completely not on anyone here in our arena, but looks like we are officially in here. So it looks like as soon as I get server selection, then we are good to go. So just waiting for Coach Ben here to confirm that we are good to go. We officially have 5 now, but again, one of them, yeah, they're saying to start. So I guess this is the server we're going to be going with. They're okay with one of them playing on 60 ping. But oh, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sensing some tomfoolery, ladies and gentlemen. I am sensing some tomfoolery. I don't want to be that guy to bring it up. I don't want to be that guy, but still currently just waiting. So as soon as I get a thumbs up from Coach Ben, then we will start the game. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are just about to start. As soon as I get the final confirmation from Coach Ben. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Find Valorant 5v5. Smite playing defense first. And we see some instant hovering. So very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, let's go over picks. Actually, we're gonna see a double smoke. Something we do not see a lot. Looks like we could see the Omen and the Clove come out, and we are gonna see it. Penguin, aka Air, gonna lock in the Omen. Animal Team, aka Eevee, gonna lock in the Clove. Thunder, aka Evan, gonna lock in the Breach. Cerebral Ray, aka Lynn, gonna lock in the KJ or the Killjoy. And finally, Atlee, aka Four Slot Toaster, gonna lock in the Rays. Actually, we kind of have, this is gonna be a really interesting comp here. A much more defense side comp, especially with the two smokes. But depending on how they play these smokes can be used aggressively. So it'll be really interesting to see. This is something we've seen before from Coach Ben, where we see the double smoke comp. We've not seen it in a long time. So potentially wanting to try some things out, not being afraid to experiment a little bit here against this, say, a Las Vegas team. And ladies and gentlemen, in a quick couple seconds, we will be ready to go. Very quickly, looking at the other team's agents, we have a Sova, we have an Omen, we have a KO, we have a Cypher, and we have a Jet. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Starting out with the GOAT himself, we're going to watch Atlee. And it looks like we're going to have a 3-2 site split up. The smokes splitting up. Okay, yeah, I said that correctly. We have the KJ and the Clove on A site. Actually, typically we see KJ sit B site on this map. It's kind of interesting to see Linz take the A site. I assume that's a direction from our IGL. And we're going to see the rotate already come out. So we see a lot of noise going on B, some utility getting dumped. No kills yet on the side of either team. We see some jump peeking going on, nothing yet, and we potentially could see a back rotate. We're going to see an Omen smoke come out from the other team, and the alarm bot's going to get triggered for Lynn here. Lynn by herself right now. Actually, she does have Eevee with her. So many smokes this game. We're going to see so many smokes. No kills yet. Actually, Eric going to go down quick. We're going to see a lot of Uto come out. Lynn going to pick up a kill. Lynn going to pick up a second. Evan's going to find one. Eevee's going to go down. Lynn and Atlee barely hurt. Evan not full health either. Evan's going to pick up the Jet though. And Atlee gonna go down. Lynn gonna clean up though for the 3K. A very quick way for Smite to get started. What you want to see out of them out of a round one performance. And looks like we're potentially half buying here. We see Lynn with the stinger, excuse me. Yeah, a full half buy. So it'll be really interesting there. Smite is assuming that they're going to win this round. Maybe a little bit more of an aggressive play. Surprised the IGL is calling it that way. Maybe they feel that good about their odds. We see this Ovidar come in, quickly destroyed, followed by the KO knife. We have some suppression going on. Looks like they could be pushing B site this time. Eevee's gonna rotate over. No one has seen anyone yet. We saw Las Vegas do this the same thing last round. And we have some noise today. Eevee gonna find a quick one. Eevee gonna find a quick two. Now the rest of the team supporting them at the back of A site. Evie sees a gun. Can she find the kill? Unfortunately, going to go down to the Cypher. Eric going to find a quick one. Let's see if he can find that other that he saw. Gets kind of caught out using his ability. That's unfortunate timing for Eric. Can Lynn clean it up? And she does. Just worried about Hookah now. And Atlee with the head dink. And we see a very similar setup this round as we've seen the past rounds. Again, this 3-2 split here. We're going to see smokes come out on A site this time. Las Vegas potentially switching it up a little bit. Evie was blinded, but she did not get swung, so no worries yet. And the rest of the team going to file in quick. Eric going to take a little bit of a greedy play here, not going to check his corner. Luckily, no one was in there. He's going to find this over, though, and secure that kill. Jet does get some damage on him. Evie going to find Yippee. Evan going to find one as well. Eric, unfortunately, cannot secure the kill. A lot of kills getting traded back and forth in a 3v1 scenario. Potentially a rotate. The rest of the team is going to collapse on B. And as long as they play this together, they have to be liking their odds here. We do see the Jet, and the Jet goes down quickly to Atlee. Some great kills from Atlee there. And at this point, Econ definitely being in the favor of Smite. Las Vegas, even though they've not won that many rounds, have been doing a great job at securing the kills they need to secure. Just can't find the last couple. It'll be interesting to see what they're planning on doing, especially as we're starting to get to these mid-game rounds that are much more crucial to win. Evan going to get blinded. So many abilities going to come out. Evan going to go down quick. Eric going to find a quick 3, though. An insane 3K from Eric to battle his team back. We're going to see the fake TP here from Eric. Eric hoping that they're still going to push this way. Don't see anything yet, though. And there's a smoke A. We could start to see some noise here. We get made. Turret has not seen anybody yet. But Evie and Lynn lurking, waiting for any noise to be made. And looks like gonna be B. Eric gonna find an ace. Congratulations, Eric. That's what you needed to get your confidence up. You know, something we talked about earlier in this pre-match was Eric kind of struggling to find his mark on this team. And with a big ace right there, that's got to be a good confidence booster for him, especially hoping that the rest of the team will start to trust him a little bit more in these situations. Have the exact same setup again. At this point, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Looks like Turd is going to be triggered A. We're going to see Evie smoke out here. No engagement yet. Evie going to take some shots through smoke. We're going to see some Yuto come out here. No kills yet. A lot of shots fired. Evan taking some damage. Evie with a good kill. Good head dink. We're going to see the smokes get deployed again from Evie. Ali doing a great job at anchoring that site. And Evie sees one, but she misses it. Wait, she goes back and she gets the kill. What a great kill there from Evie. Gets a little lucky missing it the first time, but it is able to secure it. And unfortunately there, gets double peeked. She's going to pop her out though. Let's see if she can find this kill in Cypher. And she does. The 3K. That was a good flash from KO. Eric gonna clean up the KO for her while she's flashed. Let's see if Evie can find this 4K. Gonna walk into her smoke. Gonna swing out of it. And the Sova is just going to save. Unfortunately, not able to find them. What a great round from Evie, though. She needed that to build her confidence back up. Honestly, maybe a little bit of a greedy use of the ult there, but a good one. She's able to ult quickly, get herself cover, re-swing, and pick up that kill. So, great kill there from Evie. Currently 5-0. Again, the same setup. This is what we expect to see from the Smite team. This is what we all hope, we all love to see. And Evan gonna go down quick. That's actually a great kill on the side of Las Vegas. Let's see if they can find another, putting a lot of pressure on Smite. Ali and Eric doing their best to get back. Ali gonna take a little bit of damage, and Atlee's gonna go down. Eric gonna get the kill though. Let's see if he can avoid this jet ult. Eric sees two. Unfortunately, he's gonna go down. Just Evie and Lynn at this point. They need to play this together. Great kill there from Evie, especially eliminating the jet ult. It is currently a 2v3 scenario, but Evie is so low. But we're at a great kill. Just the Sova left. Where could the Sova be? Playing this very slowly. They don't see Sova yet. And they find her, and they find him. Wow, what a round, ladies and gentlemen. What a great round on the side of Evie and Lynn, playing that amazingly. The clutch queen herself, who rubbed off on Evie a little bit, said, the Wonder Duo can figure this out. And that's exactly what they did, ladies and gentlemen. What a great round. And at this point, most of Smite got to be feeling themselves. Taking a quick look at the scoreboard. 9 kills on the side of Eric and Evie. They're doing a great job so far. And a good 6 from Lynn as well. Something that we're not used to seeing is Evan only having 3 this game. Maybe a little cold. He needs to start to warm up. Luckily, his teammates have been able to bail him out so far. Lynn gonna find a quick too. And here comes the rest of the team. Eric gonna teleport up there. Evan gonna find one. That's a good kill for him. Now 5v1. And Evan gonna find another. Was it Caster Curse or was it Caster the Intuition that just predicted a couple kills there for Evan? I don't know, but he needed that. Now at this point, if Ali can just find himself a couple kills, again, Ali a little bit of that momentum-based player. If he can lock in a couple kills here, he can secure himself that comfortability, that ego that he needs, and then he'll start to absolutely frag out. And looks like we see some noise A here. Evie gonna go down quick. It's actually a pretty good kill. on the side of Las Vegas. See if they can find Lynn, though, before the rest of the team is able to join her. And unfortunately, Lynn going to take such a defensive position and wait for the rest of the team here. Eric, what a great kill there from Eric. Spike is not down yet. Eric got a bunch of damage on him. Evan going to kill the KO. Evan going to find another, going to find the Jet. And a quick 3 on the side of Las Vegas. Just Lynn left. The clutch queen, ladies and gentlemen. She gets 1. Oh, and unfortunately unable to get the second. They played that very well. Las Vegas played that round very well. That's exactly how they needed to play it. Nothing massive, though, on the side of Smite. They might have got a round off of them, but they are not worried. And we see a very interesting buy here. We see Evan and Atlee both buy the Odin. We anticipate a crazy wall spray here. We're going to see a flash, and here it's going to come. And a bad idea, ladies and gentlemen. There's no other way to put it. Bad idea. Bad idea, ladies and gentlemen. That has got to hurt. As now Las Vegas is in favor here. And Eric able to find 1, but a quick trade's going to go out. Lynn, that's a great kill from Lynn. See if she can find a couple more. Evie joining her on site as well. Lynn unable to secure either one of those kills. Evie going to go down. Lynn going to find 1. The clutch queen yet again. She's put in this scenario yet again. This time they know where she's at, unfortunately, so this is going to be tough for Lynn. They know exactly where she is at. This is very tough for Lynn to win here. Let's see what she can do. She's going to see the arrow come out. She knows where the Sova is, and the Cypher was right there. Unfortunately, the Sova enough to secure the kill. And we saw there a little bit of a bold idea, kind of bite them in the behind. I anticipate that Smite will go back to their bread and butter. And it looks like Nitro, for those that are concerned, had a quick victory over their game. I believe it was 13-4. Cannot confirm nor deny that. That's what it looks like it was, though, from my perspective. So maybe we'll get back to this Smite game. Currently watching Atlee. Atlee needs to be able to secure a couple kills here. We see some util here. A lot of util is going to get dumped. Not Atlee, that's a good kill from Atlee. So many trades going down, though. In a 3v3, Eric picking up a couple as well. Yes, can confirm now it was 13-4 for that Nitro win. So a great game from them. And Smite here anticipating a rotate. Lynn anchoring A site. No noise being made with her yet. Playing this super slow, Smite is. Just waiting for noise to be made. We see the KO util come out. Now we see a full rotate on the side of Smite. Eric gonna go down quick. Great shots from Lynn, though. She's able to secure the 2-2. Evie gonna find a kill, and they know where Sova is. Unfortunately, able to kill Evie. The clutch queen at it again. This is the 3rd round in a row she's been put in this scenario, and Sova played that so well, held that angle so perfectly. What a great round from Sova. At this point, Smite might be in the term, or at the point where they need to switch something up here. Las Vegas starting to take advantage of them a little bit, knowing that if they can play a little bit more aggressive and find a quick kill or two on this side of Smite, that they have a hard time battling back. And a lot of noise A here, so we're going to see a full team rotate. So many utils getting triggered, so many utils getting dumped. Lynn waiting for the rest of the team, and here they come. Eric holding down. What a great kill there from Evie and Lynn. Good kill from Evie right through the teleport. Evie going to hold her ult. Allie here going to go through lamps. Going to find one. And what a great round on the side of Smite. That's what they needed to get themselves back into this game and back into control, which is where they want to be. Last round before swap, ladies and gentlemen. Smite's got to be feeling comfortable with their lead, but it ain't over until it's over. Again, we see a very standard defensive positioning here on the side of Smite. Actually, Evan gonna take an early peek here. This could be dangerous for them. They don't find any. And a bunch of noise A. And Evie could be flanking here, decides not to do it. It's gonna slowly walk back, but she has complete control of showers now. Eric gonna find one. Evie gonna find a good cleanup kill as well. Evie finds a second. Evan and Atlee cleaning it up. Quick kills coming out from the side of Smite to secure the 9-3. And I just heard Coach Ben say every round we win. He does not want to lose another round to this team. He feels confident in his Smite roster. Let's see if they can back that up, though. It looks like we're going to see a B push to start out from Smite. Evie potentially splitting up and going through Hookah. Finally has Lynn with her. A little bit of a split push onto B here. And we don't have any contact yet. Gonna check our corners here. And smoke's gonna come out from Evie. We do see the Cypher smoke. Cypher trap, I guess I should say. And there's the tripwire. And Evie's going to go down because of the trip. Lynn going to go down as well. Evan going to go down as well. Allie able to find one. Eric in a 4v1 scenario. Let's see what he can do here. Going to find the Omen. Eric doing a great job of controlling smokes here. Finds the Cypher. Unfortunately, unable to find the kill. Same with the KO. And just like that, Coach Ben's hopes and dreams are broken as Smite drop this round. Now it looks like they're going to switch it up and go A this time. No split pushing this time. Full 5 stack down showers. It's a little bit more of a more standard push here. We see this from Smite multiple times when we play bind. Currently watching Eric. And it looks like Evan's going to lead the way here. Going to check the corners. One's doing a great job. Evie's going to smoke off. And there we go. Atlee going to find a quick kill. That's what the team needed. Evan going to find one as well. Evie going to go down, though. Eric at 10 health. He is super weak. And Spike is down. So something that we know Smite is very good at is taking space and using space to their advantage. Lin, I think, saw one, unable to find a kill. Took a lot of damage. Eric gonna go down. We see a grenade come out here from Atlee. Heaven gonna go down as well. What a great grenade though on the side of Atlee, able to pick up the kill. And at this point, they gotta worry about Spike. Wow, what a great kill from Atlee. And unfortunately, unable to find the last kill, but Lynn able to clean it up for her team. Some absolute great util usage there from Atlee, helping them secure that round. Looks like we're going to go back to B here. Looks like we're not going to have a split push. We're just going to go B long. And they might break off into hookah here. But at this point, Las Vegas knows that they are going along because of some util usage. Evan gonna find a quick kill though. That's a good way to start the round on the side of Smite, especially on the Cypher. A lot of util usage coming out here. Eric gonna go down. Evan gonna find a second. Let's see. Decide to back up a little bit, play a little bit slower. Atlee gonna go down, but Evie gonna find the trade. Still currently in favor here of the 2v3. Evan gonna find the third. And they know where Sova is because of the util. Evan just going to hold the angle. Spike is going to go down. There's only one way Sova can go, and it's back through main. And Evan going to find the 4K. What a great round from him. 11-4 in the favor of Smite. It looks like we're going to have a mid to A push here. And Evan going to lead the way once again. Smoke from the opposition Omen, though, going to come down quick. Slowing them down. Eric, though, going to find a great kill in Showers, giving them an early lead in this round. Eric does have quite a bit of damage on him. No need to worry, though. And Evan able to find the kill after a couple shaky shots. And they're going to take site here. Lynn going to find one as well. And there goes the Sova ult. Is able to find Lynn. Evie going to pick up the Cypher, though, and just the Sova left. And they know exactly where he is. Just going to hold these angles here. Really good drone there from the Sova. Heaven trying to find a crazy shot here. And Sova might just be saving here. Does not have a lot of options and is very quickly running out of time. And there he goes. Eric gonna clean up the round in the favor of Smite. Ladies and gentlemen, we are a short one Smite round win away from securing this game. If Smite can secure this round, the game will be over. They will have started off their season properly with a 1-0. A lot of util getting dumped, a lot of Sova util. And Evan sees KO just running across site, unable to pick up the kill though. Eric gonna go down quick. Lynn gonna go down as well. Smite's going to have to do a lot of work to pick up this round. Great shots there from the Jet. And a great dash from the Jet. Evie down as well. Just Atlee left. And unfortunately for him, unable to find a kill as a Jet 3K. Still match point. Still in the favor of Smite. They can secure this round. The game will be over. Can we see potentially a 5-stack showers? Or could we be splitting up? No, we are going to see a 5-stack showers. Eric going to kind of lurk mid a little bit, but he is going to go showers. And looks like we're here. We're going to see the combination of all usage. We're actually going to watch Eric as we assume he's going to get behind the team with his ult. And he's going to find the Jet. And he's going to get the kill. And he's going to pick up the KO. Turning the tides in their favor. Although a quick 2 coming on the side of Las Vegas. Eric going to find a third, though. Can Eric find an ace to end out the game? Sees the KO. Unfortunately, it's going to go down in a 2v1 scenario here. And we're going to see Evie pick up the 2 to secure the game, ladies and gentlemen. What a great game on this side of Smite. They have cleaned it up. And ladies and gentlemen, with no hesitation, we are going to jump into interviews. So, with that being said, someone will be making their way. It's the clutch queen herself, ladies and gentlemen. Put into so many clutch scenarios this game. Hello, Lynn. Welcome back up to the booth. How are you feeling after that game?
I'm feeling pretty good. I haven't played in a while because I've been pretty busy with schoolwork, but it feels good. It feels really good to be back.
Yeah, absolutely. So something we talked about was that, yeah, a lot of you guys are getting back into the grind, especially with the season coming up. And now that the season is back, talk us a little bit about what you guys have been working on to put you into the point of where you're at tonight, which is, of course, securing the W.
Yeah, we've definitely worked on everyone learning new characters and adapting to how each of us play, especially with the new team member, Penguin. He's actually a pretty strong member. His ace earlier was really impressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're all really proud of him. And I think we work really well. Like, we've worked together a lot, and it's come a long way since he first joined, and it's just like the synergy is there, and we have great plays all the time. We know what we're doing, we know how to communicate with each other, and that's something we've worked on.
Yeah, absolutely right. I call you the clutch queen up here, whether you like that nickname or not. We see you in a multiple of clutch scenarios this game. Unfortunately, unable to find any of them. But talk to me a little bit about what's going through your mind when you're in those 1v2s, 1v3s.
Yeah, I'm mostly just thinking about the best way for me to execute it, especially when I'm the one who's trying to defuse the spike. I need to think about how I can get myself into the best situation for me to defuse, even if it means either killing one and then defusing or just killing both. But, you know, I'm mostly just thinking about what's the safest way for me to be able to clutch it without making too many risks.
Yeah, absolutely. And finally here, Lynn, to close this out, what are you guys hoping to continue to improve on to better yourselves as we get later into the season?
Yeah, definitely something I think is doing a lot of team plays together, because we had some instances where people would get blinded by our teammates. And that's a little bit difficult, but, you know, sometimes we can't always predict that. So we just need to work on the team plays that we do. We do certain, you know, like pushes, especially when we're defending. I think that's really important. Yep. But I think we work well pretty well together so far. So. Perfect.
Well, thank you so much. Congratulations on your win tonight, and we look forward to seeing you later weeks in the season. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's always, I never know who's coming up next. It's always a shocker to me. It looks like it's going to be Penguin. Eric, the ace getter. Eric, welcome up to the booth. How are you feeling after that game?
Pretty excited. That was a really fun match.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone that has maybe struggled to kind of find their way into this team, right? You're playing with a new roster. You're kind of the new guy coming in. And we saw you get that ace tonight. What does that mean, not only for you, but also for all of your teammates to secure something like that and really hopefully set in stone your role in this roster?
I mean, mainly it just shows that when needed, I can perform to my best ability. And that even playing, like, I haven't played Omen once at all with them. I usually play Initiator or Duelist. So even playing new roles, I'm still able to show that I can and will be a great member for some eventually in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw, talking about the Omen, we saw the off-pick role there from you. What was going through potentially your mind or your IGL's mind that kind of created and factored that pick of the double smokes?
Mostly because since I've been playing Initiator so much, I've gotten kind of annoyed of it. And I wanted to play something else, something new. So this entire past week, I've only been playing Omen.
Okay.
And it's just, since I've gained a lot of skills and I've been playing Omen a lot recently, we're like, you know what? We can run double smokes.
Yeah, absolutely. And finally here, Eric, to close this out, what are you hoping that the team improves on as a unit to continuously better yourselves as we move forward into the later weeks of the season?
Communication. I mean, as Coach Ben has said in the past few weeks, communication is thing. And also seeing the ranks. Like, I've seen some of our teammates have now hit like Gold 2 and Gold 3 new peaks. I'm close to Platinum, which is a new peak for me. I'm pretty sure Evie just hit Plat 2 last act. So it's going to be really exciting to see once we eventually hit maybe even Div 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, Eric, so much for your time up here. Congratulations on your win. And we look forward to seeing you not only on the roster of Smite, but you as an individual, and hopefully we see some more growth come out. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know who's next. Oh, it's my goat. It's my goat. Here it comes. He doesn't know how excited I am to talk to him. Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. The goat, Atlee. Atlee, talk to me a little bit about how you're feeling after that match.
I feel good. We played really well as a team and improved a lot on the stuff that was not going well last week.
Yeah, so we saw a little bit of a switch from you compared to this week from last week, which is completely okay. But talk to me a little bit about the pressure that you're putting on yourself and how you're trying to not look at, your KD when it comes to matches like this compared to matches like last week.
Well, I don't really like to look at the KD. Just play as a team and stuff is more important to me. As long as our team's succeeding, it doesn't matter to me much, the KD.
Yeah, and we saw some issues coming out last week. Some that you talked about. The big one that you talked about was communication. I know you guys worked on it today. What are you guys trying to do every single game to improve that communication?
I mean, I don't really know. We just kind of trying to add more small details into our communication to help us out.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Atlee. Of course, love to have you up here and love talking to you. But congratulations on your win tonight, and I will let you get back to celebrating with your team. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right. I do not know if that is going to be it. Waiting for, I guess that's it. Without talking to Coach Ben. Nope, here comes Coach Ben. So it looks like he's going to be the last one for us, ladies and gentlemen. My goat, here he comes. The other person that I love talking to. Here he comes, Atlee and Coach Ben, my favorite two to
Ladies
talk to on
and
this team.
Gentlemen, wow, what an eventful night here at the Hall.
Absolutely. Coach Ben, talk to me. We saw Nitro get a win. We saw Smite get a win. Talk to me a little bit about what that means to you.
So it feels absolutely great, especially starting off the season very strong. We have a new styled bracket coming into the mix. First time we've ever experienced it.
Absolutely.
Having a division and then it being cut in half because of the ranks and stuff like that. And especially with Nitro, we have it where majority of the team is peak gold. And that's very, very good. And now they're starting to experience a little bit of a higher rank.
Yeah, absolutely.
So today, they went up against a team that had a diamond and a high gold, a low plat, and a silver. And they did extremely well. I mean, like a 13-4 finish.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super good. And Smite, as we see, always comfortable going up against higher ranked teams. And, Las Vegas putting up a fight the entire time.
Yeah.
They were dogging it out towards the end, making a comeback. But, I think Smite did a really good job in handling that.
Yeah, so we saw some creative freedom come out on the side of Smite, and I know you trust this team enough to kind of give them that. But talk to me a little bit, not only about the comp with the double smoke, but also that Odin round and some of those more aggressive plays that we're seeing that I know IGL is making the call for.
Yeah, so with the double smokes, a double smokes is nice to have, especially when you're on defense. And it also works, it works really well either way because it allows for 4 smokes to go down. And we are covering all of our bases that we need to and stall the team where we need to. We kind of draw out util from the enemy team, especially, when it comes to their Sova or it comes to their Cypher, putting up the cams on attack and stuff like that, and allows us to kind of position based off of that. In terms of kind of the more aggressive plays, we saw it during the preseason. We saw it last season too. We started trying to play a bit more aggressive. And again, we saw the dynamic duo, Atlee and Evan, playing together, playing a comp that builds off one another, and it works out.
Yeah, and we saw some big issues last week. Communication and some blaming and just some issues you don't want as a coach.
Absolutely.
How did you nip those in the butt to make sure that those were not a factor for this week and every week moving forward?
Absolutely. The way I approach it, and I like to take it head on and kind of just solve the issue right away. So, I talked to all the kids today because it was happening with both teams. You know what I mean? So, I kind of talked about what I saw and heard last week, addressed it, and said, today, win or lose, I want comms to be positive, good, and everybody taking responsibility for their decisions. From both calls, it was nonstop chatter. Everybody was making the calls they needed to. Everybody was supporting one another. It was great, and that is what I think really led to the success tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, Coach Ben, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on both of your victories tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will let you continue to hype and celebrate with your teams. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us tonight here at Valhalla Camp Hill. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Hopefully, as we start to get back into the swing of things and everybody starts to get back into the swing of things, these streams will be much smoother, will go much easier, and it will be less stress on me, less stress on my producer, which I know you guys don't see, less stress on everybody, less stress including on you guys who are just kind of left in this kind of limbo. So, again, from myself, Coach Christian, from Coach Ben, and the rest of us here at Valhalla, thank you guys for tuning in. Next week, on Mondays, we will have Fortnite duos, of course, casted by yours truly. So, everybody, good night. Thank you all for tuning in.